Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Kev's Hobby Showcase. I'm, of course, Kevin. You may have also seen me on Tabletop Jones Productions, where John and I are the two idiots playing board games. And today is going to be a little something different with painting, of course. The Marvel Crisis Protocol game does have a couple of pieces where they call them rivals, where basically, there's one I know with Wolverine and Sabretooth. That's not the one I'm doing today. But the one I'm doing today is with Spider-Man and Doc Ock. Now, what they got here is this nice, big elaborate piece. It's got a lot on it. Got two, as you can see, you got the, sorry, got two spaces where the pieces would actually sit in. So it can be used as a display or it could be used as terrain for the game. I don't know. Some little bit of me is tempted to use it as display because I do have, there is like I have the original Dr. Octopus pieces, so I do have a piece to use in the game. And there's another two versions of Spider-Man, so I do have versions of Spider-Man used in the game. So I am, tempted to use this as a display thing. Just got to find a good place to put it. So anyway, I'm going to be priming that. I'm going to be using the gray primer, as I don't think I really need to use the black. And I think a lot of what I need to do might stand out better with the gray. I am not sure. I will not be doing the priming on camera because it is very... it's very gray and rainy outside, so rather than try to hurry up and get it done after setting up a camera, I'd rather just go out there, get it done, and just get back inside. So when I come back, start with I guess a base coat, which is probably going to be metallic gray, being that this is supposed to be like a kind of like a structure that's supposed to be like in a construction site, like just like new building construction, something like that. So, and most of it does look like it would be steel. So I'm going to be using probably a metallic gray, which I do have, and just go from there. Just look, a lot of it, like you saw, like the stuff that looks like mesh, right there. That does look like rebar. Maybe I'll make that a different color. This is where I don't necessarily have a set color scheme ready to go because it's not a character. So basically, a lot of it is going to be just my decision as to what to do. So, I'll start let me get it primed, and then once I get started, I think I'll be able to figure out what I want to do after that. All right, so anyway, you stay tuned, and I will be right back. Okay, primer on this piece is now dried, and I'm going to get started. Yeah, so it's not really like the traditional type of base coat because I don't need everything on everything. So after looking at it more closely, a lot of the surface, my opinion, is probably going to be like trying to be like concrete. So I'm going to paint it like a grayish color, but not metallic gray. The metallic gray I got ready for other things. And let's just get to it. All right. Okay. So let's start. I've got neutral gray out, so let's start with that. And oh shoot, I should have actually taken my brush out already, but I did not. Shame on me for that. Okay, it's maybe better if I just put it directly in there. All right, so let's get this out here so everybody could see it. I mean, I know this is basically gray on gray, so it's not going to show up too much. And I try not to get too much into where the player pieces would actually fit into. So all of this here it's like should be like a concrete color. I mean, they got some different things on here that I will go over with another color because it looks supposed to be like pieces of debris. Well, anything that looks like it's supposed to be metallic debris, I'm going to paint a different color. And let's try not to put my thumb in the paint. So using a big brush on this so that it doesn't take forever. Mostly, that's mainly the reason I'm using a brush this big. So here is supposed to be like a sign. It says Industries, probably supposed to be Oscorp Industries. So I will go, oh, whoops, sorry. I'll choose another color to go over that. It's like here's supposed to be pieces of metal beam that I will also go over with another color. But like here, I don't know if you can see it, there's like, looks like it's supposed to be kind of like rock debris or, you know, concrete debris. So I'm doing that. Like here they got a couple of pieces that look like slabs of metal. So basically I'm just going to go by what I see, and of course they got the pillars coming up here that are supposed to be like concrete pillars, so I'm going to get that in this color. There's different things on here that will wind up being a different color. Like this here, I mean that's supposed to be a steel beam. I'll get that in a more metallic color. This is definitely not that. And as far as like, you know, the back, I'm not going to really get because as you can see, it's not really supposed to be anything on the back. So let me turn this around, try to show you exactly what I'm actually painting. I'm here, this is supposed to be a spider web. I'm going to be doing, you know, from Spider-Man, of course. I'm going to do that in white. Alright, so I'm just going to get as much of the surface that I can for right now. Then of course I'll let that dry. Alright, gotta get the sides too. Yeah, so I'll get, like I said, I'll get as much as I can, let it all dry, and then I'll come back and I'll add more colors. Yeah, I do have to get the side of this. Yeah, this is, like I said, part of what they've put together when, you know, something called Rivals. I've only seen ones for Spider-Man and Doc Ock, which I have. I've seen one for Wolverine and Sabretooth. I do not have that yet. Don't know when I would be able to, but, you know, one day you'll probably see me paint that one. Oh, get the front of these things down here. Okay. Okay. Alright, so now let me look to see if there's any spot that I missed, and I do see a couple of things. Now this, I don't know how much of this I'm going to be able to use the wash on. Probably should give it a good try, but I don't want to like pretty much use all of the wash that I have on it. Just poking out what looks like dust. Okay. Alright, so actually one little bit here. Okay, so I think I pretty much covered up a good portion of this, everything that really needs it, and yeah, because other things need different colors, so I'm going to hold off on those. Alright, so let me put this over here, let it dry, and of course I have to take out a napkin for the brush. Shame on me for that. Alright. Yeah, I managed to do this without dripping on my table. Okay, so I'm going to let that dry, and when I come back, I'm going to do some of the more metallic, you know, colors where it's needed, and then I'll just go from there. All right, so stay tuned. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I'm giving that paint some time to dry, and now I'm going to start with the metallic gray color. All right, and let's just get to it. All right. All right. Sometimes these jars get a little tough to open up. All right, so I'm actually going to do the rebar a separate color from this. But it's like metallic gray is going to be on a lot of other spots. Like for instance, what I'm painting right now. Okay. Yeah, so maybe before the end, I'll take out the Spider-Man and Doc Ock figures that go with this, like the game pieces. Do a nice little display. All right. All right. Yeah. From time to time, I will be doing actual terrain pieces, especially. Well, for this, I don't know if there's any that I have left that I haven't done yet. Haven't really looked into it too much, but I know for the game Star Wars Shatterpoint, which is also made by the company that makes this game, the Marvel Crisis Protocol. I believe it's Asmodee. I do have a bunch of terrain for that. Alright, so while I'm at it, let's get some of this stuff that's out here on display. Like I said, speaking of display, with this, I mean, this could be used, like I said, as actual game terrain, but it could also just be used as to put it out on display, which I don't know, sounds like a good idea. It's like I said in the beginning of the video, I do have the figures for both Spider-Man and Doc Ock already. So, oops. So yeah, so I might entertain the thought of just having this for display purposes. I realize I'm probably not showing what I'm actually doing. Alright, get that. Now let's see. Anything near the front? Actually, yes. Alright, I'll only get what's going to show up. When it's all said and done. So let me get this side of it, and when I do the rebar, I'll just paint over it. Okay. There's like tons of little bits here and there on this one. Oops. And tons of opportunities to basically put my finger right where I've already painted stuff. Alright. And I do apologize if I wind up doing a lot of stuff out of, camera shot. Not used to something like this. All right. Let's get this back here, this crane. All right. Figured it was just easier to just pin it down like that. So I'm getting the back side of it. I mean, I probably don't have to, but I think it's gonna help me out in the long run to get it all, get everything that needs to be covered in paint. All right. Yeah, I don't normally do pieces this big, right? And all the other videos that I've done, it's so this is a bit of a different experience. Okay, sorry if I get quiet. This is something I need to concentrate on every now and again, just to make sure I get it right. All right, whoops, don't want to get anything on the table here. Okay, there's that. Now let's see, anything, oh yeah, plenty. Yeah, this looks like a plate of metal, so let's just get this, as does a little bit below it. Alright, now as far as these go, those look like they could be pieces of wood. Alright, so I got this up here and this over here, so let's just get that in there right now. Alright. So I'll take this opportunity to thank everybody that's been subscribing to the channel. I was looking at the analytics that I get to see, and it was showing that in the past month I've picked up about 8 new subscribers, maybe a little bit more. And so I just want to thank everybody who's been subscribing. I want to thank everybody who's been watching. I am up to 52 subscribers right now. And my next goal that I'm setting for myself is to reach 75. So, again, I thank you for the support. But, and the best way that you can show that support is to not only keep watching, but to share this video as much as possible, and also to give it as many likes, and well, to give it, to give the video likes. So this way, from what I've heard with the algorithm, that if the more likes that it gets, the more it actually shows up in people's feeds. So yeah, all of that is appreciated. And just please, if you just keep it going. Okay, so that's all I really can do with. Oh wait, there's actually. You know what? I'll do that a different. There's a pipe over here, but I'm going to do that a different color couple other pipes. And I did take out the flat aluminum color, so I'll do that. I'll wait till this dries, and I'll do those another. I'll do those that color. All right, let me close this up. I'm gonna have to wait for this to dry before I can really do anything else. All right, so again, I'm going to let that paint dry, and when I come back, I'm going to start doing some of the other colors. There's a lot of little bits here and there that has to be done, but it's coming along, and hopefully it won't be too much longer. All right, so stay tuned, and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I've given that metallic gray some time to dry, so now I'm going to start getting a little bit more of the other details in there. All right, so let's get to it. Okay, so let me turn it here so like this so it's easier to see. Now, I got a copper color that I'm going to use for all that rebar. All right, let me just hold it steady here. Okay, I think it's a little bit better. Just want to make it stand out a bit. Now I understand that where I colored and where I'm painting over the metallic gray, it's not showing up as much. But at this point, I'm just going to have to say so be it, because I don't think there's anything I could really do about that. So, actually, no, that kind of did help right there. Okay. I'm not going to get the underside of it because it's not going to be seen, really. It's amazing, things that pop in your head when you're doing stuff. I'm doing this right now, and I just realized because it is the weekend before Thanksgiving weekend right now, and on Thanksgiving weekend, specifically the day after on Black Friday, I always put up the lights. But I put them up, I don't put them up on the outside because I live in a dead end in a cul-de-sac. So what I do is I put them up on the inside. Now, what's going through my head right now that I forgot to do earlier is I forgot to go up into my crawl space of an attic and bring down the lights to make sure that they work. But, I got all night for that. Oh, and if what I heard is what I think I heard, I think I just got the delivery I'm waiting for. Oh, and speaking of deliveries, when I peruse on Facebook, I've been seeing a lot of videos of the people who have set up the ones that like to steal packages. And let me tell you something, these videos are freaking hilarious. Basically what they got is they got these they got these videos where people are coming to their doorstep, and they have a camera on them. People come to their doorstep, and they're taking this package, but they have the package. It's basically like a decoy package. What it does is it explodes with all of this dye. I mean, it is freaking hilarious. Usually it's like blue, but I've seen it where they're getting sprayed with like brown or sometimes pink or like neon green. It is hysterical. And some of them, oh my God, some of them, it waits until. Now I don't know if the people who are doing this are like watching and waiting and detonating it themselves, or if it's on like on something automatic. If it is automatic, it's freaking great timing. Some of them have it where the people who are taking the packages already got into their car and it exploded there. Oh God, it is really really funny. If you see any of these videos, definitely give them, some attention. Give them a watch. I've been watching these and I've been laughing my butt off watching these things, because the whole idea of someone stealing a package right from your doorstep, I don't like that. I can't stand it. I think it's despicable to do stuff like that. Okay, and that went a lot. Oh, actually, no. You know what? One more. I was thinking of doing. There's like a little sign up here, and I was thinking of doing it like another color, but you know what? I want to do it in copper. Yeah. So yeah, those videos are very entertaining. If you are on Facebook and you're scrolling through your feed and you happen to see one of these videos, stop scrolling and take a look. Even like turn the sound on if you don't have the sound on. It is really funny. And a lot of these people get so upset, but it's like, what'd you expect? You're trying to steal from somebody. All right, now we're gonna take out the white and we're gonna get the spider web. Oops, dang it. Oh, yeah, wonderful. I just knocked that off. I'm not taking the glue back out. I'm just gonna have to grin and bear it. Yeah. Okay, that's really all. That is really all I needed the white for. Was just that one little bit right there. Now, okay, so I saw two little spots here that looks like it's supposed to be wood. So I've got a color called Wooden Deck Tan. I figured, what better color to use on that? You know? Okay. Figure it's good to just leave it like this as I'm painting it, so this way everybody can see what I'm doing. Yeah, so I guess after this, I'll choose whether it be before or after my dinner, and I'll go get those lights. Okay, and that's all I needed that color for. Stuff like this, it's like sometimes you'll look at something and you're like, oh, that should be a certain color, and that's all you need it for. And now, flat aluminum. And I don't really need this for much either, but with what I am going to use it for, it should make it look pretty good. Like, basically, you got a chain right here. All right, and yes, it's making it stand out a bit. And there's that pipe I was talking about, and I'm going to do it right here. And that's it. Oh wait, no, that's a little thing right here that I wanted to get. Now that's it. Okay. All right. Let's close this up. Okay, so I'm going to let that paint dry. I'm pretty much done painting it. I'm still undecided if I'm going to use the wash on it. Actually, I think I'm going to. So when I come back, I'll put the wash on it, and you never know, maybe Spider-Man and Dr. Octopus will pay us a visit. All right, stay tuned. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I've given that paint some time to dry, and I'm going to do the wash now. So I'm not going to go heavy on it. I'm just going to go lightly. I mean, it is a big piece. I don't want to use all my wash on it. All right, so let's set that down. All right, let me turn this around so that it's easy to see. All right. Okay. Yeah, it's, there's some things in here that it'll make stand out. Not a whole heck of a lot. I think it's mostly like on this surface that it actually has that. All right, let's get the pillars. All right. Of course, doing it like this, I'm actually looking at it from behind it. Makes it a little bit tougher to see, but I'm doing it. I'm getting it done. Yeah. Okay. So like I said, not a lot to do. So that's pretty much all I'm going to do. Okay. Oops. Got a little too loose there. All right, so got it all done, and look who came out to join us, Spider-Man and Doc Ock. Yeah. So, looks good, doesn't it? All together with the two characters in there. Looks really, really, actually let me tilt a little bit so you can see more of the surface. Yeah. So, that's all I got for today. I hope you did enjoy that. I hope, hope you do enjoy these videos. And, as always, like, subscribe, and share. It's the best way to support the channel. It's the best way for us to, for me actually, because I'm the only one here. That's the only way. It's the best way for me to be able to, have the channel grow and expand. Like I said, I'm up to 52 subscribers. I'd like to reach 75. So share this as much as possible. Give it good likes, views, anything you can do on YouTube. Costs $0. And also, please go to Tabletop Jones Productions and do the same there. And so just, so I hope that, like I said, I hope this was a nice, relaxing painting video for you and something that you can just sit and go, oh, that's nice. That's nice. And I'm not, and it's not, not getting me all riled up. Right? So anyway, again, take care of yourself. Have a great day, and I will see you again.